and welcome to a very special Gundam Battle Operation 2 featuring the Gelgoog ground type. A interesting unit developed for ground combat, even though it was fairly rare for the Gelgoogs since the war had mostly moved into outer space at this time. In game, it is a 400 cost, ground only support with a ballistic resistance of 15, a beam resistance of 19, a melee resistance of 8, a range strength of 25. The +1 is from the modifications, the melee strength of 15, a movement speed of 115, and a thrust gauge of 55. For parts, we got close range of 7, medium of 10, and long range of 14. This unit is also a Melee 2 priority suit, so it can mix it up a little bit. For equipment, we have the Gelgoog GT prototype beam rifle. It's a heat-based weapon. I believe you can charge it. It's been a while since I've actually used it, and it does some decent damage at pretty decent range. About 1,800, 60% heat, and a 550 for range. However, I tend to like to use this unit with the Gelgoog beam rifle, which does about 2,000 more damage. It can be charged. It has a 60% heat, but it's about 150 less range. It has a slightly long cooldown time, but it doesn't have as long for overheat and a little bit longer for focused fire to get that extra little pepper. But I like to use it because I like to be able to run around and keep up with my team. So I tend to favor using the Gelgoog beam rifle with it. A lot of times raids will think you're a general, but this is not a bad option for people who want to do sniping. We got the beam Neganata, then we got the armed grenade launcher, which fires 1, 2, 3 grenades to do about 350 damage. They're good. Good range on it. It's decent power. I mostly use it to kind of add in or to badger a target, especially if I'm trying to work their legs over. And then we got the armed Gatling cannon. This is effectively just a chip weapon. It's one of your shortest weapon options. I use it to either build up stagger on a unit that's engaged with one of my guys, or I'm backing off a target and I bring it out and I keep firing to try to build up stagger in case they try to pursue me. So that's something to consider. We have also a small shield in the short shield. It won't save your bacon, but it's still smart to turn to the left when you're backing away so that people will fire and potentially hit that shield. For skills, we have high performance radar level 2, high performance scope level 2, observational data link, leg shock absorber level 2, quick boost, high performance balancers, an extremely nice thing to have since you can mix it up a little bit in melee, and special leg buffer. What do I think of this suit? I think this is an excellent suit that is quite capable of putting up a pretty decent fight. It can do some dang good damage, and it can be surprising to a raid who isn't paying too close of attention and might just think you're normal Gelgoog. But this is a fantastic suit. It can keep up with a lot of its teams, and depending on how you use it, if you're using it with a Gelgoog beam rifle, it can be a bit of a follow-up suit for other people. So I like it. I definitely think it is one of the more user-friendly, especially with the Gelgoog beam rifle, but it can be a heck of a sniper if you have a good team setup. So let's see how it does in the match to come. Hello and welcome to the match, everybody. Hope you're having a great weekend, getting ready to have a better weekend. Now, I actually had a couple recordings for the Gelgoog ground type. I decided to go with this one because I think it's the most productive in showing just what the unit can do. I do have a mash that just turned into a squash. I didn't think that felt like a good display of the unit, but if you want to see it, let me know. But I try to go with these more even-handed matches. So this one, we're going to start out with the map. I'm still not perfectly accustomed to this new map, though I am a little bit more aware about where to go and where some of the things are. So I'm going to come up here, do a little bit of a peek. I suggest you do that if you're support and you start on that side. Give a little peek, make sure there's no one's going to say a violent hello to you. And we just lost number 4. So we're going to push up a little bit. And I've been paying attention to my little mini map here. And I go, okay, well, I got one of my guys in trouble. I'm going to push up and try to help him. And I see in a free, we're going to hit him with almost 2,000 damage right off the bat. And we're going to back off a little bit because we see some guys coming off to our left. And then we see the little fuzzy of the jamming. Take another shot, get 2,000. That must be a raid. And we see our guy here. He must be the source of the jamming. So we're going to take a little bunny jump up here. Take a look down. And we see... oh, I'm not sure what unit that is. We're going to fire down, fall off the wall. He's going to try to slip around that way. So we're going to move up with our guy and take another shot at the Ifrit, but miss. Throw a couple grenades that way. And love the edges in this game. So we're going to put the Vulcan to some use, get some chip damage and build up a little stagger. Drop that into the Ifrit again. We see... I forget the G line. We're going to catch him with a melee. This unit can do a little bit of melee, so don't ignore it. We're going to take an early shot, but miss. Throw a couple grenades in. Switch to the Vulcan so we can jump back. Throw a couple rounds in there, and we're going to back off. We're not going to get caught up in that. We're going to get a love smack there. Switch over to melee. Catch him there. Catch him with another melee, move around, fire our beam rifle into his legs, get a couple grenades in, and then finish him off with the beam rifle. That lets our team move up, and we're going to move up in support of them. It's one of the reasons I like this unit so much. Now my team's going to be pursuing this guy for a bit. We're going to get caught on the ledge again and again. Or take a shot into his legs, follow it up with some Vulcans. I believe this might be the EX Gundam. I never remember. He's going to get away with a sliver of health. We're going to get shot directly in our back. That's not going to be the first time. Turn around, shoot that G-line in the leg. Throw up a couple grenades just to ward him off. See the Ifrit, hit him for good 3,000 damage. Use the Vulcans to kind of keep pushing him back a little bit. I want to stay within the spear of my generals as much as I can, and this is a good way to do it. We're going to throw a couple shots in at the Ifrit. He's going to try to separate us off by ourselves. We're going to pursue him just a little bit, then we're going to back off. Let the Dom get a little bit aggressive. Miss the G-line, throw a couple grenades into his leg, and then switch over to the armed Gatling. Oof. We're going to move up and give the Ifrit a love tap real quick. Wait for it, fire right there, and take him out. So we got a little bit of tradition. Surprisingly, we didn't get hit by it. And there's our that's the GM Spartan friend. We're going to wait for our shot, take it, get him in the leg, but it doesn't do that much damage. We're just going to more back up our guys. Get a little bit of shots there. Get a shot from the side. Gonna move up. Get hit again. He's gonna go into that melee. We're gonna shoot him in his leg. And continue to maneuver as much as we can. I don't like to be very static in this unit. So I like the maneuverability you get with the Gelgoog rifle. Gonna fire into his legs again. Use the Vulcans to push him back. And we're going to let our guy move around behind him and try to distract him with another shot. And he's going to get taken out. Switch over to the armed Vulcan. Fire into the G-line. Give him a little smack with melee. We see the Ifrit. We're going to put a beam into him. That's going to ward him off a little bit. Come in. Drop a couple shots in from behind. And try to commit to the melee, but it's not going to quite do what we need. Get hit with that shotgun, and fire into his legs again, and we'll finish him off with the Gatling gun. So we're going to move in to try to support our guys in the front line here. We're going to see it's turned into a little bit of a firefight, but we're going to jump up here, try to get a little bit of them to maneuver in such a way that they can't cover all of the hard angles. Take a couple shots for our guys, and we're going to let them be able to move in and just act as their follow-up. No one cares that they blew up our base. They're not doing that well. We're going to get a little bit of a cheeky grenade in there, but I noticed there's a couple guys off that direction as they take out that target. And I'm going to maneuver this way. So I'm going to fail to jump over this again. I'm going to jump over here. I'm going to try to actually circle around behind the Efreet, I believe. And we're going to come around. He's going to keep maneuvering. He knows we're there, but he's going to commit to the attack on 2. We're going to come in, give him a little bit of a bad day. Catch him with both of those. We're going to get a little bit of an ugly situation here. We're going to catch him there, and then he's going to get finished off by number 2, I believe. So we've taken a bit of a beating, but, you know, we see the EX is getting into a bit of a situation here. We're going to hit him in the back and get him with that melee. This unit can mix it up to a degree in melee, so don't be too shy about that. So we're going to wait till they capture B. We're going to hang out with our grenades equipped in case a pilot shows up. But our unit is in such a way right now, I need to stop and at least repair a little bit just to get the legs to not crap out on me if I do any maneuvering. But I see a guy coming up on the map, so we're going to go ahead and jump back in. We're in the last small stretch of the game. We're going to come around here and use this as cover to see who they commit to. Now, I know that that's probably the Efreet and probably the Spartan, if I'm going to have my guesses. Or come in, hit him from the side, catch him with a few of those, let one push him out as we hit him with some of those Vulcans, fire into his leg. And we're trying to cut down some of his maneuverability. If he... well, we're going to catch him with the melee. If he commits to us, then we can kind of run him out on the legs part. But he's a little bit out of thrusters, so we're going to be able to help finish him off there. We're going to turn over, and we're going to help at least distract the Efreet as the match comes to an end. So let's see how we did. There we go. It's the Gelgoog rifle. So we got 1 board spot and 2nd place. Thanks for joining me. Bye-bye.